Morning, this is Gracie Opulenza. I live in Tuscany, 300-year-old farmhouse. Let me explain a little bit about Italian logic. Anyone want to guess how old this oil central heating system is? I'll get a bit closer. Pensotti. Pensa means thinking about it. So I'm in a restored villa, just to give you an idea, the mindset of an Italian. So 4 months ago it was serviced. Again, keeping in mind how old do you think this system is? How eco-friendly, sustainable and energy money saving system is it? Just to give you an idea, around €1.45 a litre burning. Give you an idea for those, we'll go a bit further. If I want to heat my whole villa night and day for the next 4 months, it'll cost €6,000 to €8,000 on the current system. Now, Italy by 2035 is saying every Italian home has to be an A+ rating, which is ridiculous because this is even in its insulated new roof. It's still a G rating, which is the worst. I mean, I just want to give you an idea. Italian thinking. New system, solar, fantastic. Wonderful. The money I save on heating solar system of my hot water has been phenomenal. So why would you spend all the money doing this? All new, fantastic. Then think that this, for winter, is going to be sustainable, efficient financially, but most importantly that it's going to work. So apparently it got serviced 4 months before I moved in. Doesn't work. Anyone want to guess how old this system is? Explain to me the Italian mindset. You spent €100,000 on the roof, 15 centimetres of insulation. Just spent about €5,000 upstairs on a wood pellet burner because 90% of firewood heat goes up the chimney. And I've just got them to come, my idea. We're sealing off the 300-year-old chimney, makes sense. I've said to put insulation above the between the plasterboard and the chimney. Again, it's all about retaining heat and saving money. Retaining heat, keeping yourself warm. Currently in this home, it's around 9 degrees. It's absolutely freezing. So my idea, insulation between the plasterboard and the chimney. So we're just sealing that off. This is going to take a while because 90% of wood fire heat goes up the chimney. It looks fantastic, it sounds fantastic, but it doesn't heat anything. A pellet burner, 30% heat is lost at the chimney. And I'm going to seal that off. I'm currently sitting at 21 degrees in the villa. When it's on, hoping I can get it to 23, 24. But the insulation, I thought it's a fabulous idea. We've got €100,000 roof, 15 centimetres insulation, cool in the summer, pretty good in the winter. Still want to guess how old this gas oil system is? They serviced it. It doesn't work 4 months ago. Went to kick it on. In fact, when I walked in here, I didn't even bother to look. I was like, oh my goodness. And let me ask you a question about the Italian mindset. Try and guess how old this system is, keeping in mind that an gas oil system should be changed every 15 years. Every 15 years, a gas oil system should be replaced. Put your comments on how old you think this system is. Keeping in mind, we've got a new pellet burner up there, which is very sustainable, eco-friendly. Keeping in mind, we've got a whole new hot water system. We've got this gorgeous little coating, so it retains the heat of the water at 40 degrees when the sun's kicking in. I've just had to kick it in a bit electrically because now obviously the sun is less, but this has saved me a lot of money over 4 months. New system, fabulous. all new. Right, keeping in mind you've just done that, keeping in mind you've restored €100,000 roof, you've painted everything, new bathrooms, new pipes, new electricity, and then you think that this is acceptable. Italy is one of the most expensive oil cost of living in Europe. It's absolutely ridiculous. So just to give you an idea, I lived in Andorra in the Pyrenees. This is costing me 3 times to heat, 3 times money burning up. To keep this villa night and day heated would be €6,000 to €8,000 to keep it at around 21 degrees. Keeping in mind, I've not used the central heating system yet. Keeping in mind, to spend €1,500 to top up the oil for it. Keeping in mind, want to guess how old this is. Keeping in mind that these machines should be changed every 15 years. Now I'm going to give you a tip of how old you think it is. The person that installed it many moons ago came yesterday, and I said, this is Rome. This is Rome. He said to me, 300 years ago, they never had heating. I totally get that. I don't care. That's not an answer. I know we live in Italy. 300 years ago, what kind of answer that is? So I said, you need to get Rome. You need to place Rome with a new system, with a new pump. I would love a pellet burner. It would cut my heating cost at 50%, but to install it is around €4,000 to €6,000. Keeping in mind they've just spent €1,500 putting oil, and we haven't even used it. So it's, for me, if you're at this level and you own your home, go to the pellet burner in Italy. You will save 50% on the heating. It's a lot more cleaner fuel, healthier for you in your home. You don't dehydrate, you don't cough. You got to be mindful of the mold in these places. It's much more friendly wood pellet burners than oil burners. It's an old system, and as I said, Italy by 2035, every household has to change. Got to get rid of the oil system. We know that that's not going to happen. It's like the electric cars here in Italy. Everyone's boycotting them. They're not for it. They're still holding on to manual, diesel, and petrol. Totally get it. Anyone, put your comments how old you think this system is. Now, why would you expect? This is the Italian mindset. Holding on to things, I get it. I mean, if we're talking about sustainability, the Italians are right up there. They'll give chairs that are wrapped up in plastic to just save a buck. But this doesn't make sense. You've spent pretty much a good €150,000 restoring the villa on an eco bonus supplied by Italians that give you 70% of your money back. So 70% of that €150,000 will come back to you. You've got a fantastic new solo hot water system that has saved me a lot of cash, just having to kick it in now because the sun's not so hot. This wraparound retains 40-degree heat in it. Fantastic. Love it. So why do you think now it's absolutely freezing? All the doors are open up there because they're insulating my pellet burner so that 30% of the heat that's going up the chimney in a pellet burner will save me money and keep me even warmer. Wood burners, 90% of your heat is going up your chimney. But I know it looks good, it sounds good. So you normally run the central heating and also the wood fire, and they are gorgeous. But I've had to ditch it. I want to put a wood pellet burner here for my central heating system. It will cut my bill 50% less. It's much more healthier for me and my family. Are you guessing how old it is? So the 300-year-old chimney is getting sealed because I'm losing 30%, maybe more, of my pellet burner heat. I've told them between the plasterboard, put insulation. Good idea. right? Just to keep that heat down, retained into the villa lounge room. I'm also getting a ceiling fan because it's very high ceilings, so that the heat is circulated. We want maximum heat for my buck. We want maximum heat for my money. Italy is the most expensive when it comes to electricity and oil and central system heating in Europe. It's absolutely absurd when there is no minimum wage in Italy, when the minimum wage doesn't exist, and that the average salary of an Italian still dates back to the 1980s. I don't know how they do it. I don't earn in Italy. I don't depend on Italy. I just visit Italy, but it's cold. And I'm getting older. I'm getting colder. I'm testing the villa living. I've lived it before during the pandemic. It's horrible. So this is pretty good. It's still a G rating at €150,000 investment. Still a G rating. And by 2035, Italy has to get to an A+ rating. I have no idea how you would even achieve that in a villa. But I do double glazing, doing pellet burner system. That's the idea. We're testing it out. Solar system, solar heating, solar panels. Italy is really rebelling against electric cars. In fact, the car companies are telling me they sell them to Belgium. So 2035, Italy has to be A+ rating. It's not going to happen. Want to guess how old this system is? Keeping in mind that it's dangerous and that the oil system should be changed every 15 years. You want to explain to me the Italian mindset? That you've invested in a new fantastic hot water solar system, which is fantastic, saved a lot of money over the summer, retains at 40 degrees, and it's got that gorgeous wrap here, insulation wrap, to keep it at 40 degrees. Learn the art of insulation, right? Here, all redone, 300 years old, 15 centimetres of insulation between that exposed brick and wood and the terracotta. I'll show you. Terracotta roof. All new. Looks fantastic. So why would you have a poverty mindset? Because clearly could have run out of money. I totally get it. But the eco bonus system, during the pandemic, Italy was giving you, the government, 110% of your investment. Too late now. But they're still giving you 70% of your money investment if you get your house up to A+ rating. Every 15 years, you need to change this. It's broken. It's never worked. Got €1,500 of oil sitting there. The guy that installed it many moons ago said to me, yeah, but I just 4 months ago serviced it. Are you kidding me? It doesn't work. It's old school. It is costing me time, money. Remember, heating is money. Hard work, heating equals money saving tips. Needs to be changed. If you've got the money, it's around €4,000 to €6,000. Go for a wood pellet burner in Italy. You'll halve your central heating bill by 50%. Want to guess how expensive it is? So at the moment, I've got the pellet burner, replaced my wood fire with a pellet burner that's halved my bill in wood. Wood is also not cheap. Between the plasterboard, we are sealing, locking up the chimney because I don't need it in the sense of heating. For wood, we're putting insulation. That was my idea. So to retain as maximum heat, wood pellet burner heating you lose 30% of your heat that goes up the chimney. I'm going to try and get that down to about 5-10%. Zero. A wood fire heater, a wood fire, fireplace, wood fire, 90% of your heat is going up your chimney. But I know it looks good. So if you can afford it, you can run that alongside your central heating system. If you got the bucks to spend, and I'll finally say, gas, oil and electricity is the most expensive in Europe. Minimum wage doesn't exist. The average Italian salary has not gone up since the 1980s. Want to guess how old this is? Keeping in mind you need to change it every 15 years. This was installed by the very man that told me yesterday in 1982. It's 42 years old. Are you ridiculously insane? Get rid of it. Get rid of it. I just told them, do not come back and try and fix this thing. You're costing me money. 1982. The guy that is trying to fix it installed it 42 years ago. This is Roma. I don't care that the villa is 300 years old. Get rid of it. I think they're going to just put a new oil system, which I'm disappointed because it's going to cost me an arm and a leg. But if I wanted a pellet burner, it would cut my heating at 50% less, and I wouldn't be so stressed because I don't want to be paying 6,000 to 8,000 euro a month, a whole winter season. Just to keep you in perspective, in Andorra, 450 square metre home, night and day for 6 months, it cost me 2,000 euro. Night and day, central heating, floor heating, night and day, minus 24 degrees, 6 months, 450 square metres, 2,000 euro. Here, 150 square metre at 6,000 to 8,000 euro, you're having a giraffe, you're having a laugh. So we're converting everything to solar and pellet heating. Share, comment, share your expertise. 1982, 42 years old. These need to be changed every 15 years by law. 1982, and the guy that installed it has come here and said, yeah, I installed this. And I'm like, how old are you? The average worker that comes through my door is between 60 to 85 years old. Amazing. Good old Italians. Grazie mille.